Hey, what's up, sports fans and everybody else? I'm Leon Thomas here with Dr. Jay Rasenko,
How you
and we're
doing?
here for about the next 15, 20 minutes to just talk about stuff. What up, Jay?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
All is good. Jay, you say that how you doing? Like you got a little New Jersey, New York, and you like you. Who's the guy for the Giants? That quarterback for the Giants?
DeVito.
DeVito. Yeah, did you see his agent? Right? You see him there? He's got on the black
I
suit.
know.
I think. Are you related to that guy? How you doing?
Nah, I'm
Hey,
Ukrainian, not Italian.
hey, how you doing?
Like Italian food, that's about all.
Ah, it reminds me of a joke from Fred Flintstone once.
What's that?
Fred's about to sing a song, and the piano guy that's accompanying him says, "Do you want that, Andante Fiorissimo, whatever?" And Fred says, "I don't have time to talk about Italian food. Play." Hey, it's Leon and Jay, just here shooting the stuff. So, Jay, what do you want to talk about first?
Let's do Shohei Atani.
Shohei Ohtani. So he's only making $2 million a year for like the next what, 10 years? Is that right?
Yeah, I
That's not. I don't
can't.
see anything big about that.
It's that's pocket change for him. Meal money every day. But
And
how is it that they're going to pay up the 680 million over what 20 years?
yeah, whatever. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's what they. And apparently, well, I read an article today that said that even though the Dodgers aren't going to start paying him the money until 10 years, that it has to be put in an escrow account. So the money has to be there. It has to be funded. So it's not like it's not money coming out of their, out of their pockets, in other words. So, um,
I'd like to know the interest rate on that escrow account.
well, I thought I read that the money does earn interest, but he doesn't get any of it.
Doesn't get
Um,
added on to the
let
six
me
hundred
see
eighty
if let
million.
me see if I can find this. There's a guy that I've been following on LinkedIn, and I'm gonna find it here. But let's go ahead and talk about some things until I find it.
All right.
You take he breaks down the money of sports, and I really like the way he
Either way,
talks about sports.
either way, Shohei's getting $700 million, whether it be today,
Yeah.
tomorrow, 10 years from now.
Joe Pompliano breaks down the money and business behind sports. All right, so here's what it says. I'll just kind of go ahead and read it, right? I mean, I'm like, you either gonna read it or you're not. I mean, what's this kind of like read it, right? Major League Baseball's CBA requires teams to fully fund the present day value of deferred payments within 2 years of when it's earned. That means the Dodgers will have to place about 44 million in cash into an escrow account every year, in addition to paying Otani's $2 million salary. That escrow money will then grow with interest, and Otani will be paid his 68 million annual payment when the contract comes due. So that's part of what he talked about here. Moving down further in the post, it's still a good deal for the Dodgers. They get a little payroll flexibility, and Otani's agents get to say they signed a $700 million contract. But it's not quite the heist everyone is making it out to be. There you have it. So we're going to try to get Joe Papliano to come on our show, or maybe to talk sports with Jasmine to really start breaking down some more of these things.
I
So
mean, they have to fund the account. They have to set up a GoFundMe account online. Con- Contribute to Shohei's contract.
you just say GoFundMe account. Wow, wow. Uh, okay. Here's here's something else. What's the name of the stadium, the football stadium in LA?
Uh,
SoFi, right?
so far, yeah.
I saw some things today that talked about that stadium is built underground.
Really,
Yeah, I'll see if I can find that article and send it to you. I thought that was pretty interesting.
I did not know that. Because Dodger Stadium's like that, isn't it?
Um, I don't know. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. All right, what's going on with your boy? What's up with Ben Roethlisberger ripping on Tomlin? I didn't hear the whole thing. What do you know about it? You're a Pittsburgh guy.
Well, he's ripping on the offense and him being out of touch with the players, but he's just trying to get this podcast going. He got a big podcast. He wants to compete with the Kelsey brothers and get people to watch it. So why don't he? They said, why don't he become a coach? Offer to assist Kenny Pickett.
Or if he wants to get his podcast and webcast going, he could call the Leon Thomas Group. You can get in touch with us, Ben, by going to theleonthomasgroup.com. You can do that, and we'll be glad to help you. So that's what's
Gave me an
going
idea
on.
because we had that guy from Steeler Nation on.
Yeah.
Contact him to see what we could get going.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just
Go
thought of that.
ahead. You got his contact info?
Yeah.
All right. Right on. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. What's going on in New England with Belichick? What's the scoop?
He needs to give up his GM position. He hasn't been very good at drafting. Great coach, but I don't see how they could fire him. It'll have to be a mutual thing, like Mike Tomlin. Hey, why don't we just have a mutual agreement, have a big going away party, and you do what you want to do.
So you're saying keep him on as coach, but no longer general manager.
Right.
Okay.
So it's slightly worse than Jerry Jones, who's the owner and general manager of the Cowboys.
Okay. All right. I hear that.
Just
So
ruffle
that's
some cowboy feathers,
yeah, you
fans.
did. Yeah, you did. We'll see if anybody's watching. Hey, if you'd like to join us and come on tonight now and talk, all you do is just send me an email, and I'll go
Or
ahead and put that email address in right over here. I'm
or
gonna
send
put
the
my email
comments.
address, or yeah, put it in the comments, and Leon at the LeonThomasGroup.com. So if you want to join us tonight, we have about 10 minutes remaining. Send me an email. I'll send you a link for the show, and we'll bring you right on live right now. We'll be doing this a couple times a week till I don't know when, till we stop. How about that? Till we stop. Yeah.
Or get,
Well,
how about 1 million likes
well,
on our YouTube channel
that would be good.
or
That would
subscriptions?
be good. Tell everybody about it. Tell your friends. Go to our YouTube channel and check out all the work, not only from us, but some of our clients that have entrusted us to make their shows pop. And I'm going to put the YouTube URL right in here in the banners now, and y'all can take a look there. All right. So, Jay, what's up with your boy in Golden State, Draymond Green?
I don't know. There's a report he's me fighting Mike Tyson next. That's a pretty good left hook.
Wow.
Didn't mean to throw him a roundhouse left hook.
Here's my thing. How many times the last 5 years, 6 years have we, has he made a headline with some on-court behavior, right?
Heck, just the last couple of months, let alone years.
And I'd like to see the league and maybe even the Warriors put an end to that. Now, here's the thing that I think long term that a lot of folks are missing. grade school kids, middle school, high school, they take their they kind of get their marching orders and habits from what they see in the NBA level,
Yes.
right? And
That's all sports, though. Baseball, too,
that's true. Yeah, yeah.
because
They need to
everybody's
stop.
flipping their bat when they hit a single or a double, let alone a home run.
Yeah, they need to get it under control there, particularly though these violent episodes, right? That
Yeah.
needs to stop. Um, so I hope they do something about that.
There's
And
going to be a hockey game breaking out pretty soon and a basketball game.
yeah, yeah, that's right.
Did
That's
you
right.
hear about the Wizards and Capitals?
What about it? What happened?
They're going to Virginia.
They're going to Virginia? What?
They're building a sports complex out there for them. That was
Come
just
on.
so DC's going to
What?
lose the Commanders, the Capitals, and the Wizards. $500 billion project. I think it was 500. No, 500 million. Excuse me, not 500 billion.
Wow. What?
Yeah, it was on Mighty Metal Sports.
Wow. When is this all happening?
I'm not sure they get to build it all up out there. DC's trying to counter it, but it's like, where are they going to come up with $500 million to fix the was it Capital One Center, Verizon Center, what it's called?
Yeah, Capital One, I think. No, now it's called Capital One, I think. Yeah.
But yeah, it'll take what, 3-4 years.
Wow.
Why couldn't Baltimore do that? Bring him up to Baltimore. At least keep him in Maryland.
Well, they're not in Maryland now. They haven't been in Maryland in 40 years or longer.
No, Capitals were about 20 years ago.
Oh, in Maryland. I'm sorry, the state of Maryland.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are correct.
Commanders.
Maryland.
Who knows what they're doing?
Well, they're in Maryland still, technically. Right, and so were the Wizards. You're right. Until they built that other, but they've been there what 27 years now. How old's that building?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's look it up while we're here live with Leon and Jay. Let's see, what are we calling this? Here's the Capital One Arena in DC. And as we look here, the Capital One Arena, it was built in 1997.
20.
Opened in 97. 07, 17. That's 26 years.
And everyone wants a new home every 20 years now.
Yeah. You ever been there?
Yes, it's a nice arena.
Yeah, I've been there twice. Once for the circus, and I sat whatever section we were in. We sat in the front row, and I had like this much leg room because of the concrete where the
Yeah.
section divides. I'm like, never do that again. And then the other time I went was for hockey.
Yeah, I heard that rumor.
Yeah, that's right. It's confirmed. I went there for hockey and sat with someone that had a box, a luxury box. So,
You
so
need to sit down by the ice.
well, you could come out of the box and sit where the regular folks are.
You
You
go
know.
down by the ice, like 4 or 5 rows up, where you could hear the grunts and see
Uh,
the what they're saying on the ice. Or
and get the teeth flying at me and everything too. Is
yeah,
that it?
exactly.
Wow. But
We
you
gotta
you
get you
know
the game.
something I was impressed about though is the fan courtesy. Like nobody stands up or walks down while play is going on. They wait till the play stops and then
Yep,
you go down, you go up. You wait. I was impressed with that.
that's been
Yeah,
going on forever in hockey. In hockey
yeah,
games, whether it be the old was it Cap Center,
right.
Or this one, same way. It's
Uh, yeah, I was impressed with that. Yep. So that's the story there. You know about the Orioles have not officially signed a lease to,
thought they
and
did.
they announced a memorandum of understanding, memorandum of agreement, or something in the late summer. But some members of the Maryland state legislature say that it's not right to give the Orioles owner full control of all that land
Oh wow.
around the stadium. And so, you know, for our racquetball program, I'd love
What,
for everybody to go to our racquetball program
what's
at
that website again?
Middle here, racquetball. I'll put it in here. Racquetballrevival.com. So I like the same deal that the teams get in Maryland. Publicly build it, publicly fund it, right? And let Racquetball Revival use it and let us have the revenue from it,
Yeah.
right? And we have 10 courts, so now we can bring in national level tournaments, right? Which may bring in, you know, 500-600 people 4 times a year. And let me have the land control rights around it too. I mean, that's what you're doing for baseball now and basketball, right? Football. I mean, why not? I'm asking for the same thing on a lesser scale, but why not? What do you think, Garrett, Dr. J?
And you would be able to help out more youths than you're already helping out.
Yeah,
How
that's
many up
right.
do you know?
Oh, we're up to 62, 6-2, and we had at this past weekend's ladies professional racquetball tour. Ladies from all over the world came to play in a tournament, and we had 13 kids from a church come to check out racquetball for the first time. So I brought them on the court, gave them a real short demonstration, and they're going to be coming to our program site on December 28th.
Oh wow,
And
great.
this could really take us to 75 if they all decide to play, which why wouldn't you play racquetball?
And
You
your
know,
goal was originally what, 30, if I'm not mistaken?
the goal, it's so interesting. I can't remember the year. I'm going to say 2016 maybe when we really got this started big.
Hmm.
When we had like 8 kids, 9 kids, or whatever. My pastor at the time at Life Church in Hunt Valley, Maryland, Todd Gaddy. He's been on one of our shows to
Yeah.
talk about one of his books. Um, he had the first sermon that year was audacious prayers. You know, ask God for something big, right? And we put it in like a prayer box type thing, and everybody pulled one out, and that was the what you were going to help someone else pray for, but no one else knew whose card you had, right?
Okay.
And I prayed, I put there, growth for racquetball revival. And a few months later, Pastor Todd told me that he has the racquetball revival prayer card. And so as our numbers grow each year, every time we hit a milestone, I text him and I just text, we're up to, we're up to, we're up to. So we were at 9, and I think the goal when we were at the one facility was just 15. Um, and just to show you, the beauty, how you say blessings in disguise. Um, when we had 9 kids, we were at a place that only had 2 courts, and we couldn't get a lot of court time. We end up going to a place that has only 2 courts, but no one hardly plays there.
Right.
And so the program keeps growing and growing and growing and growing and growing.
I think you just should somehow ask the other people, use the other courts, you know, get a nice Christmas present. Let us have more court time.
Well, what place when you say the other courts?
I thought you had more than how many courts do you have where you're at
Yeah,
now?
there's really only one more that could be used for racquetball because remember we have a another organization is using the racquetball courts for something else. and
Kick him
so we
out.
can't. Be nice. Don't get me in any trouble now. Don't get me in
Ah,
any trouble. Just
that's going to politely
ah,
donate the courts.
Jay. We have two courts right now. We need a building.
True.
We need a building. So if we could make that happen,
It will.
we'd be all good. All right. If you're watching, we have 2 minutes remaining here with Leon and Jay. If you'd like to join us, send me an email. Send the email to Leon at the leonthomasgroup.com. Or if you have a comment you'd like to make, go ahead and make that comment. I'm Leon. He's Jay. So, what else is up, Jay?
You have any big plans for the holidays?
I'm boring. I'm sure I'll have,
You have a
my
family
son,
dinner.
my son's with us,
Yeah.
and we'll chill together, and then I'll hit the. Let's see, Christmas is on a Monday, so there's Monday night football that night. The Ravens play. I think it's San Francisco.
Yeah.
And then the
Hopefully,
next couple of days, I'll get some court time and bring the kids in during the day, and during the evening, some will play.
maybe
And
even Friday, because Friday is going to be like a holiday for a lot of people.
this coming Friday, which
Friday
Friday?
before Christmas.
Oh, okay. So that's the 22nd. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we may do that and have it all. All right. You have 1 more minute, folks. Make a comment. Come on into the show. Talk about whatever. We're just here catching up with Leon and Jay.
They're
And
saying Baltimore, San Francisco preview the Super Bowl.
hey, it could be. It could be.
I wouldn't want to root for the Ravens again.
All right, fine. Don't. Don't. All right, Jay, I think it's time to wrap up. I got nothing else. What else is on your mind? What do you want to talk about tonight?
That's all for tonight. That's
That's
all the
all.
big stories
That's all the big stories. We've
for
covered it
today.
all. Oh, there we go. The big stories. That's our show. 9:45 every night. The big story.
All right.
The big story.
If
Yeah.
you'd like to be a guest on the big story, contact.
Send me an email to Leon at the leonthomasgroup.com. And let's get you on the big story. Share about, talk about, whatever. All right. Jay, it's good to see you. Good to talk with you. But I
Yeah,
always see you and always talk with you. So that's really nothing there. And we both got on the black. Yeah.
Except I don't have the white marsh.
Well, I know I owe you a shirt. All right. I owe you a shirt. I'll get you a shirt one day. But I promise I'll do it. Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a good night. I know we've got a couple of people watching because the numbers are telling me so. So if you'd like to join us, come on in. We're talking about the big show, the big story,
Right.
the big story. Anybody want to share anything big that's going on or talk about something big that's happening in the world? It doesn't have to be sports related.
No.
Come on board and let's talk about it. All right.
All
All
right.
right, Jay. We'll see
Thanks.
you later.
Good night,
All right.
everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye bye.